TV's Richard Madan is standing by with more here. Can you give us a little bit about what the president said, sort of, Richard, how he framed it as well?
Well, President Trump obviously adjusting to the pressure, the U.S. being the last holdout around the world not to ground these Boeing planes. He was in the Oval Office this afternoon and he was taking reporters' questions. But before he did announce that he's going to launch an order to ground these planes effective immediately once they land. Of note, something that really caught my eye is Trump said, quote, he didn't want to take any chances about the safety precautions, and that although he didn't have to ground the planes, he said it was important psychologically to do it. He was also pressed if Canada's decision to ground planes a few hours earlier factored into his decision, and he said, and I'm quoting here, we're doing it almost simultaneously. We were coordinating with Canada. We were giving them information. They were giving us information. We very much worked in conjunction with Canada. So this obviously is in response to the pressure around the world that the president refused to ground these planes. And on Capitol Hill earlier this morning, many senators, including top Republicans, were suggesting that the FAA also ground these planes just to err on the side of caution. So a significant move by the White House. And Trump, of course, saying that this order is effective immediately.
We are going to be hearing from the FAA coming up, I believe, in the next 15 minutes, give or take, and we'll try to bring some of that to our viewers, Richard. Can I ask you your initial take here? And I appreciate you're not an aviation analyst, but the sense of travel chaos that this might create now as a result.
Well, you know, first and foremost, there are more people living in California than the entire country of Canada, and you have millions of Americans who fly not just domestically but around the world. So it's going to be a huge headache at airports all across this country, including the two here in Washington, D.C. We saw yesterday the headaches when several planes from either Toronto or Halifax couldn't land in London because of the ban there, but the ban was not enforced in Canada. So just imagine in a country of several million people having to get readjusted and put on other flights. It's going to be pretty messy. And in many parts of this country, we're in March break. So you're going to get a lot of angry college kids who either can't go partying or they can't go home from a week of partying.
All right. Good point. Richard Madan in Washington. Thank you for that, Richard.